أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Today we are going to study about the streptococcal pneumonia, the part of a handwritten series of bacteriology. Let's start. First we will see the location of streptococcal pneumonia in streptococcal classification. Here we can see the location of streptococcal pneumonia, which belongs to the alpha hemolytic group of non-beta hemolytic streptococci. So it will form green zones around the RBC due to the partial hemolysis by hydrogen peroxide. So it is alpha hemolytic. So let's study the streptococcal pneumonia. Important points regarding streptococcal pneumonia: it is a gram-positive diplococci, it is non-motile, it is non-spore forming. Important point is that when we look in the microscope, we can see streptococci as lancet shape, is lancet shape, and it is also encapsulated. It usually resides in the oropharynx of human being and having no animal reservoir, and it is mainly transmitted through respiratory droplets. So now how Streptococcus pneumonia cause diseases? So the pathogenesis behind the disease caused by streptococcal pneumonia is that it causes diseases mainly through these substances like capsular polysaccharide, E substance, pneumolysine, IgA protease. So we will discuss each one of these. Number one is the capsular polysaccharide, which is antiphagocytic. It means that it prevents the Streptococcus pneumonia from attack of the phagocytes and thus favors its invasiveness into the body. And when it enters the body, it elicits B cell response, which is a T independent response. It means that it will cause the B cell to produce antibodies against it and neutralize it. And the base of this capsular polysaccharide, Streptococcus pneumonia, is divided into 91 serotypes. And also, this capsular polysaccharide is responsible for the Quelling reaction used for the diagnosis of serotypes. For Quelling reaction, watch my other video given in description. Number second is the C substance or C polysaccharide, also called C polysaccharide. So biochemically, it is a lipotecoic acid, and it binds to the C-reactive protein, which is a non-specific indicator of inflammation formed by the liver. And this C substance causes activation of the complement proteins, and it also induces cytokine release. And this both complement activation and cytokines cause inflammation and septic shock syndrome. Now the third one is the nebulisin, which is responsible for the alpha hemolysis. The fourth one is the IgA protease, which cleaves the IgA, which is present on the mucosa of respiratory tract. And when it cleaves the IgA, it causes the bacteria to colonize the mucosa of upper respiratory tract and thus cause infections. The clinical findings caused by the streptococcal pneumonia are pneumonia, meningitis, sepsis, conjunctivitis, otitis media, mastitis, peritonitis, purulent bronchitis, sinusitis. So pneumonia is of lobar type. It is characterized by fever and chills, cough, neuritic pain, sputum, which is red or browny rusty color, and X-ray shows consolidation. Bacteremia can also occur in 15 to 20% of the cases. The second one is the meningitis, and Streptococcus pneumonia is the most common cause of this disease. The second common cause is Neisseria meningitis. The third disease caused by Streptococcus pneumonia is sepsis, which is mostly in the asplenic patient. Fourth one is the conjunctivitis. Fifth one is the otitis media. Sixth one is the mastitis. Seventh one is the peritonitis and purulent bronchitis. Eighth one is the sinusitis. We can remember them by the mnemonic COM. Is C for conjunctivitis, O for otitis media, M for mastitis and meningitis, E for pneumonia, peritonitis, purulent bronchitis, and S for sinusitis. How to diagnose the Streptococcus pneumonia? We can do microscopy, culture, and serology test. In microscopy, we can see them as gram-positive diplococci having lancet shape. And if you do culture on blood agar, we can see the alpha hemolysis i.e. forming greenish colonies. They are also inhibited, their growth is inhibited by aptichin and bile salt. And if we do these tests, aptichin disk test or bile salt test, we can see them that they are inhibited by them. As compared to the viridins, they are not inhibited by aptichin disk and bile salt. If we suspect meningitis due to Streptococcus pneumoniae, we can also do CSF culture. And for penicillin resistance, we can also do antibiotic sensitivity test. Now, if you want to diagnose through serology, we can do latex agglutination test, which detects capsular polysaccharide in the spinal fluid. We can also detect the urine antigen, which is usually a C substance in the urine. We can also do quelling reaction for the serotype. Now, how to prevent this disease? We can use two kinds of vaccines. Number one is the Prevnar 13, and number two is the Pneumovax 23. Prevnar 13 is a 13 variant pneumococcal conjugate vaccine, and Pneumovax 23 is a 23 variant pneumococcal unconjugated vaccine. We can also use the booster dose for old patients above 65 years of age and for those patients which have AIDS. But the most important problem with the vaccine is that the bacteria undergoes serotype replacement. Now the treatment, how to treat the pneumococcal infection. So if we have mild pneumococcal infection, then we can use oral penicillin. If we have severe pneumococcal infection, then we use IV penicillin. We can also use fluoroquinolone for treatment. For penicillin allergic patient, we can also use erythromycin, and those strains of Streptococcal pneumonia which are resistant to penicillin, we then use vancomycin. And this resistance is due to change in the penicillin binding protein. Thank you. All that's all for today. Jazakallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Today we are